I'm James Mullins from SL Fitness, and today I'm going to try to show you a few things. I'm going to go over a common weight loss mistake that most people go through. And since I've been trying to put some videos and different things out about activity and trying to promote the increase of activity, this is a way for someone who is trying to lose weight or even trying to gain weight to maybe understand how to go about it in a little bit better way. So, I have up here just a common weight loss mistake that most people make, and that is they increase activity and eat less both at the same time. And what they end up doing is, because they're increasing their activity and because they're eating less, they're actually causing a big calorie deficit. So their metabolism actually slows down and it hinders the results they're looking for. So, what we actually have on here is we have the basal metabolic rate, which is just the amount of calories that you expend every day just from living. So if you've been using the Argus app that we talked about, you can see on here, this is mine from yesterday, and I expended 2,345 calories. You can see it has an activity on here, which is just the walking from tracking that. It's not any other activity included. And it actually shows some past days and everything on the little bar graphs. I normally expend about 2,700 calories. There are equations to figure out your BMR. It's different for males and females. It's different. It's calculated based on age, weight, and gender. If you just get on the internet, there's a bunch of calculators that will calculate that for you. So you can just get on there and it will give you that information. It actually calculated mine as 1956. If you put in your exercise, it actually lets you pick intensities of exercise or how much exercise you get for the day. For moderate exercise, for me, it actually calculated 3056. Like I said, with Argus, I've tracked for long enough. I average about 2,700 kilocalories a day of activity just from the pedometer that's on there and the BMR. So normally with the exercise programs I do through the day, I'll get another 300 to 500 calories just from that. So I usually just assume about 3,000 calories for me, and my weight doesn't really change unless I'm trying to add or lose weight. So if we're wanting to lose weight and we go at 2 pounds a week as a goal, or 8 pounds a month, then in order to get that 2 pounds a week, we would need to lose an extra 1,000 calories a day from whatever our food intake is. So on here, average pound of fat is 3,500 calories. In order to lose a pound in a week, we would have to do 500 a day. So in order to lose 2 pounds in a week, we'd have to do 1,000 a day. Now, that's pretty simple, but what people usually do is, if the average male is already eating 3,500 calories on average, what people do is they'll decide to diet. And just on average, let's say they cut their calories by 2,000 calories, which is a lot. Maybe they cut it by 500 or 1,000. But nonetheless, they're cutting their calories. Then they actually increase their activity too. So rather than just having the 1,000 kilocalorie a day difference, they end up having a huge difference because they're doing two things at once. So most programs that have a diet program included will actually just want the meals to be healthier and that you're actually eating for your activity level and your BMR and not in a deficit. So if you're trying to lose weight and you're increasing activity, then you're a lot better off just trying to eat for whatever calories you're expending. So that the activity is actually making up the difference. 1,000 kilocalorie a day difference, they end up having a huge difference because they're doing two things at once. So most programs that have a diet program included will actually just want the meals to be healthier and that you're actually eating for your activity level and your BMR and not in a deficit. So if you're trying to lose weight and you're increasing activity, then you're a lot better off just trying to eat for whatever calories you're expending. So that the activity is actually making up the difference. So that's why I use the Argus in order to see my daily activity level. And I do not factor the exercise in there, but just based on using that, I can see that it's 2,700 calories on average a day. So if I don't exercise and I want to lose weight, then all I got to do is cut my calories back, and I don't have to exercise. But if I am exercising, now as long as I eat the same, then I'm going to expend more calories. So if I'm putting exercise in and I'm at 3,000, then I either need to exercise more in order to burn off fat, or eat less. But I don't need to do both, because if I do both, then it's going to start causing more of a deficit that my body has to get used to, and actually slows down the progress. So pick one or the other and go with that. If you want to be more active, that's great. Just try to get your diet in check as far as healthy foods, but you can stay at the same calorie intake. If you don't want to pick up the activity level, but you want to try to drop some weight, then you can start looking at cutting calories. But when you start doing both, it can be a problem if you don't know what you're doing. So these are all just basic things. There's a lot of different things that go into it and that you really need to take into consideration. So that's why I would try to get a trainer involved. But at least this is some basic, simple steps that you can see as why you wouldn't want to start running to train for a 5K and drastically reducing your calories, because it's going to have a negative effect. So feel free to post any questions and leave any comments, and hopefully this was helpful.